Welcome. Time for What's Up and About. And today we're thinking something from off of the news that we just heard. And that's the instance from yesterday in Gbagada with the unfortunate death of the two employees of the Lagos State Waste Management Agency. These ladies actually lost their lives due to something that we've seen and talked about so many times in Lagos. And that's the instance where officials or road authorities seem to always want to chase down defaulting motorists. I think there was a communique or something that was put out sometime, was it early this year or last year, about how they should conduct themselves when there is need for maybe an arrest or this or that.
Funny enough, this one was directed at LASTMA, and it says here that henceforth, no LASTMA officials should arrest any motorist, and either commercial or private. It's the duty of LASTMA to manage traffic and not to arrest anyone. I've heard of a lot of complaints. Any officials that violate the rule of his work will be severely dealt with. There are also phone numbers
that you could
added
call.
there that you could call if anyone needed assistance.
So in this instance, it's alleged that the LASTMA officials were chasing a vehicle, which resulted in an accident that killed the two ladies who were actually sweeping the Gbagada stretch. And they're always there. These ladies are so assiduous. Sometimes I even stop by just because it's so early in the morning and they're out there, and I have to just show a little bit of appreciation. I think a lot of people do. So it was very sad. Now, what then transpired after that was, I think it was said that members of the agency and also residents proceeded to block the entire road, going, coming both ways. It's a major highway. It was blocked for hours, and the police came. There were gunshots. There was tear gas. It was mayhem, apparently. Question, however, like you've just read, what exactly are the duties of the LASTMA officials? Is it for road traffic control? Is it for arrests? What do they do when they're supposed to, when they need to perhaps maybe escalate certain happenings on the road? What are the cameras we have out there for? Are they supposed to chase down vehicles and all that? These are questions that everybody's been asking because it boggles the mind exactly what their duty is, what the VIO's duty is, what the police on the street. There's so many of them out there.
Uniformed officials now, they all have different duties. They all have different reasons that they're there. But the reason I've seen LASTMA officials, pop out of a corner or, just jump in front of a vehicle is usually if they skip a traffic light. But that Gbagada stretch now, I'm thinking, where is the closest traffic light? I actually have to think about it. Because if you're coming from Gbagada from the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, you're going straight down to Oshodi, no traffic lights, right? If you're coming from the other side, where's the closest traffic light?
It's perhaps the service lane.
Where?
It's perhaps the service lane coming out of the Charlie Boy bus stop, I think. Yes,
but
that's what it was.
Is there a traffic light right
There's no traffic
there?
light, but it's a 90-degree junction.
Okay, so
you'd expect to find people who regulate traffic or at least direct the traffic there.
People there. Fine.
But Winfrey, you wanted to say something real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
So I wanted to say, for instance, now for all these officials, right? What I've noticed, truth be told, is irrespective of their uniforms and their duties, most of them are not necessarily, I don't want to say interested, but they're interested in other things. For instance, even if there was a traffic light there, and then the guy violated, there was a defaulter. Now all of them leaving the post and then chasing the guy. Is that
doesn't make sense?
So they leave the main assignment, the duty, and they're chasing an offender. And now I thought that's the reason why they inserted some cameras at certain areas. So, and I just think in the end of everything, it's just lack of proper training to know their duty and literally stay by it. So I think it's still kind of obvious that they're more interested in other things than the actual duty they're being put on the road for. And to be honest, when I heard about this thing, the first thing that comes to mind is not necessarily, I think, the LASTMA situation, of course, but then again, I think of, fine, that is an express, super busy.
Exactly.
And I think it is high time that we find alternative ways of cleaning out the roads. Number one, probably getting cars, there are these big trucks that literally have the brushes underneath them. We can afford them. This is Lagos State to clean the roads. There's that. Or the people doing these duties don't do it in the daytime, right? And when they're doing that, they have the adequate security, because of course people will say, okay, at night there are security hazards and all that. So they have to have the adequate security to do that at night where the road is less frequently
used by motorists.
You know, but I've always been of the opinion, and you know, hey, this is not to say that these women don't deserve jobs. I don't believe the women should be on the expressway. They could be on the side streets, they could be on lesser busy streets, but on the expressway we have able-bodied men almost doing nothing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that the women are honestly in the middle of the expressway.
I get what you're saying.
I can imagine the young people just sitting by the side. Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you. They do deserve to have jobs, and they're
the fact
getting
is that
paid.
even on the 3rd Mainland Bridge, you still find these women on there. They're on major roads, and it's very
my point
risky.
is, whether it's women or
risky.
men, to be honest, we should find alternatives.
Correct.
Alternatives that actually preserves the life.
Let's go back to the authorities, however. Now, I know of instances, personal instances, where it is until you default before you start seeing these uniformed people come out. You don't even see any signs telling you what to do. They just, it's like, it's called a Jean Provocateur. In fact, sometimes they even make you...
They make you default.
Default, just watching you, and then like you're thinking you're doing the right thing. They're just standing there. Okay, Oga, wait. This has to do with, it's called entrapment, exactly. I don't know why this is the norm, but it continues to happen even after communiques are put out or whatever and everything. It's still the norm. Whether it's the LASTMA, the police, especially LASTMA, the police, that's what happens. I'm going to say that with my full chest because I have experiences. Now, what exactly are their duties? I know the LASTMA is supposed to direct traffic, so it's free flowing. Are they supposed to arrest? We've been told that they're not supposed to arrest. So why are they chasing? What are the VIOs supposed to do? Safety of your vehicle, I'm guessing. No, that's the Federal Road Safety Vehicle. VIOs ensure that your vehicles have all the papers proper, and it's...
They are the ones that are actually supposed to check your
the
papers.
Yeah.
So it's confusing. There's just too many of them there. Is that also the duty of the Federal Road Safety? Now, why are the police also asking for my papers as well?
No, so if in my opinion, if police ask for your papers, usually it's the driver's license to be sure that you are a licensed driver. That's what they should be asking for.
Exactly.
You know?
But instead, they ask for your papers,
so
your
no,
insurance,
police can actually ask for papers,
all of that.
right, to ensure that the vehicle is not stolen.
Okay.
So in those situations, yes, they can ask to see if the cars are actually matching and all of that. But the truth is that the way it is being carried out now, police sometimes ask for your driver's license, sometimes to just hold it.
Exactly.
While they harass you. That's honestly what, because they know once they have it, you can't move. So that's why people, I'm telling you now, photocopy it and put it, don't give them the original, never give them the original.
Wow.
So seriously,
I won't tell you that,
because
but
really, no, to be honest, because sometimes it's, they try to look, especially this times, this end of the year and all of that, we see this kind of things happening a whole lot of times. And it's literally now bothering on the safety and lives of the people around. And it doesn't make any sense.
You remind me of one time an officer asked for my license, simply just asked for it, and he took it and he walked away with it.
That's what they do,
with it in his
literally.
pocket.
Yes.
And I came out of the car and said, give me my license. He was very alarmed at my boldness. I'm like, give it to me. What do you need it for? But I also think that we also get very oppressed because we don't know our rights.
Yes. So yesterday we were talking about mindsets and all of that. So
it's very unfortunate what happened yesterday, and we hope that the families find rest, because that was something that you don't expect waking up in the morning. Let's also be careful out there, and please, if you're a road user, this goes to you as well. If the authorities ask you to stop, know your rights, simply obey. Do not do anything outside of that. Give them your papers if you have to. Make sure that your papers are also complete. If you have complete papers, there's a certain confidence that you have on the road that you cannot get anywhere else. So please always note. Make sure that you are also obeying the law, or all your papers
as a road user.
Or as a road user, and don't run from authorities. Please. They shouldn't chase you, however, but please don't if the situation ensues. That's it for What's Up and About. Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll be back.